Which machine's missing a bucket? Apparently poppies are out already. Flippin' heck, that's quite early. No, the digging deeper thing just doesn't seem to make any difference. We did some tests and it didn't affect the... It didn't affect the yield in any meaningful way. Gold Rush Collector's Edition, Babaluke and Gold Rush Collector's Edition, I think, has a $6 price difference, and it basically comes with some digital art and music from the game. Which I looked at that and I was like, nope. Eagle Fest, I know when Remembrance Day is, that's why I said it's early. It's a month early. It's always 11/11. At the 11th hour of the 11th month, 11th day. 2-minute silence and all that. Maybe you need 16 gig of RAM for the collector's edition. Maybe... Do you know what? Maybe the 16 gig actually referred to the installation for the collector's edition. And what they meant to say was 16 gig of hard drive space. Your partner has all the Peter Rabbit 50p's in a special book. Good night, GJ. I don't mind the new £1 coins, Yoshi. It's like, you know, the new fivers, I'm used to them now. Don't make any difference. It says 12 gig of hard drive space. Yeah, but I know for a fact that it doesn't need 16 gig of RAM. Mine's taking 1.2, so I'm trying to work out how they managed to get that so badly wrong. Tell you what, my FPS is dropping with all these lights. They do, Heyman. I think people are a lot of people are dropping them. Like, people are finding a lot of fivers on the ground because they're springing out of wallets and purses and pockets, and because people are just not used to stuff like that. Is this coming out on other platforms? I honestly don't know. What did the Kickstarter say? Well, Pringle says no. The man from Pringle, he said no. There's no gold bar in the back of the truck. The way the game works is you get this gold bar, but it doesn't even matter if you lose it. You can leave it wherever you want, because when you go to the bank, you don't even need to take it with you. They just mystically pay you for it, and then the gold bar disappears. Technical Fox, thank you for the resume, Technical Fox. That's very true, Ryder. Very true. I think they should add overburden that you must remove before reaching gold. Yeah, I think a few people would probably like a bit more realism. Like, even down to like prospecting for the gold and deciding where to, you know, do surveys and decide where to go digging, because that's a significant factor in a thing like this. You can't just go around digging anywhere you want, you know? Thanks. You alright? It's not 150 gig, it comes down in no time. It's about 8 gig on my hard drive. Does anyone have a bad joke? Somebody's always got a bad joke. Is it coming on YouTube? I'm not really decided about this, whether to put it on YouTube or not. Like, my concern about a game like this is there's a lot of grinding in it. And you can't really put that on YouTube. Like, me grinding here is okay on Twitch, because we can just sit and chat. But if you put this on YouTube, if I sit here and grind for an hour, I can't put that on YouTube. I've got to cut that out. So I end up spending like an hour and a half and end up with a 10 or 15 minute video. And that kind of ratio is not good. But, you know, having said that, I'm sure people would enjoy watching it. I think I'm going to kill these generator lights. Those lights seem to cause, look at my FPS now. It's gone pretty bad. A Pilot 12 or A Pilot 12? Can we give A Pilot a nutty welcome, guys? Thank you for your support. Welcome to the Net House, A Pilot. See, my FPS is a bit better. Now I've turned the lag lights off. I don't think there's plans for this game to come to console yet. Tutorials. If I do tutorials, people will just say, why don't you do a series? Stefan, thank you for 2 months. Gold Rush on Kickstarter says at the 80k they're going to bring it out on PS4 and Xbox One and it passed, so it's coming to consoles. Ah, interesting. So I guess they're going to do that later then. What graphics engine does this use? Does anybody actually know? No, Geordie Jeff, I've never heard of the series Gold Rush. But I'm kind of tempted to go watching it now. Because I used to enjoy the, I was going to say Axe Murderers, but I think it wasn't called that. You know, the one where they're chopping down trees? But it wasn't called Axe Murderers, it was called, Ask Me a Question. No, I can't remember what it was called. But I like stuff like that, as long as it's not too contrived. Axemen, that's it. Console early 2018, there you go. Yeah, it's reality TV, but they're always... Like I say, if it's like X-Men, there's always things in that are just contrived. And I don't like that. Like, they do it for entertainment, you know? The guys on the earliest ones were idiots with no clue. There's always people like that on X-Men, though. There's always a company that just has people who are reckless. And then there's always this super efficient professional outfit. Installation was about 8 gig. Exactly. Exactly. They make the situation sound worse than it really is. Wow, does it have to pop up with that info box every single time I tip a little bit too much dirt in? Has any of them ever won, like, found any, like, massive nuggets? Like, game-changing nuggets? Not in the game, I mean in the series, the TV series. Because the thing is, the equipment they need has got to be pretty expensive. And if they don't get lucky and find enough, they're going to go bankrupt, aren't they? It's quite a risky thing. I think I might restart the game and see if I can reduce this frame lag. There's a 100 or 1,000 ounce bet for who will win this season. I'm just going to reload the game and see if that frame rate improves. Because if there is a massive memory leak, then it could just be that. Too bad gold mining is absolutely terrible for the environment. See that picture there? I bet that's the digital artwork you get in the thingy edition, collector's edition. Oh, the pumps are off. I think. Oh look, my frame rate's improved. Wait, that looks on, but it's not on. It's a bit weird. It's on, but it's not on. It's completely derped out. Aliki, have a good night. Like, the water's green. Which means the water is flowing, but nothing's turned on. This game, man. Drew, thank you for 13 months. Whoop whoop.
Happy anniversary.
If you save the game with them, they will only be on when you load out, but sound glitches out. Yep, so it seems. Released as good enough. How much was that bigger excavator? Who's that? Bildan 58. Can we give Bildan a nutty welcome, guys? Thank you very much for your support, Bildan. Welcome to the Net House. If you have subbed today, don't forget to access your subscriber benefits. Particularly the subscriber Discord server, because that's where the that's like the hub for everything. Just ask a mod if you don't know how. We have a TeamSpeak server as well, but Discord tends to be used more these days. And we have Farming Sim server you can use. Plenty of people to play with. And And then there's a Squirrel TV website and forums, which has a lot of information on there. Just ask a mod if you're not sure about anything. You start with all this equipment? No. You start with like a few $100 and you've got to hand pan everything. It's really tedious at the beginning. The workers, I got rid of the workers. $76 for the big one. Eh. It's probably not worth it. We're probably better off with the bigger equipment, aren't we? Sticking with the original plan. Transport fever decided to disappear. Pringle. A nice offer from Amazon. If you buy all Adam and the Ants sheet music, they will throw in a stand and deliver. Unbelievable, Pringle. If I can remember that, I'm going to say that to the missus later. And I bet you my daughters will look all confused and Mrs. Squirrel will probably giggle. Can I have some frames, please? Workers, Crazy Beef. Well, in theory, the workers will do the jobs for you on the plots where you're not located. So you never see them. They never appear where you are. But if you've got more than one plot, then they will do the digging and the panning and all that kind of stuff. But I think they're a bit glitchy at the moment. So I'm just staying clear of them. Sidious. Look at the frames on this. It's down to 30 FPS all of a sudden. Look at it. Awful. It's like a slideshow. Sidious, 6 months. Thanks for providing great content, Paul. Thank you for half a year's support. It's definitely become slideshowy. No, it can't be a memory leak because I've just restarted it. Not really sure what it is. That is 2% full, that thing. 2%? I did turn the lights off. So they're all off. Just the little ones are on top, you can't turn off. Year of the Dial, it is neither pre-release nor early access. It is a fully released game. These frames have gone on me. I think that missed. Hey, mind games. Look at that! Look at the frames! It's literally gone 2 FPS when I dug that hole. Wow. It's got something to do with all the soil. When I get over here now, look. Slideshow Bob. Look. Oh my god. Wow. That's the thing though, I already reset the game. I reloaded the game not long ago. It doesn't like digging over here. Oh my god. So the camera's fine here, but once the camera goes over this hole, it just goes full rip. It always lags when you dig, Waffle. Well, it's been fine for me until this particular hole. It's just started. I have no idea how much I've got in there. Oh my god. That is so bad. I'm gonna have to like restart or something and see if I can fix it. Because that is really bad.
Aye, 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 aye.
Carl P. Morning Squirrel, 8:30 AM here in Australia. Caught the start and I'm watching now. Keep up the good work, mate. Thank you, dude. 8:30 AM. Well, you're from the future, aren't you? Sunday for you. What's my machine doing? I'm going to restart Steam as well. There's a lot of CPU being used there. Updating Steam. Lol. Controller, I'm just using an Xbox controller. Why is Steam updated? I know, right, PC Tech? I know what's going on. I'm going to keep a task manager opened up. I'll bring that over here and keep my eye on it. She's using 480 meg of RAM at the moment. 500 meg, and I'm going to load the game. Vin2910, thank you for 8 months, Vin. 1.2 gig, back to 900, back to a gig. Oh my god, that's even worse. Look at that. Unplayable. I'm using 2.2 gigs and 24% CPU. Someone's suggesting sell gold. Okay. We'll have to leave that doing its thing. Why will sell gold help? .2 gigs of RAM, 24% CPU is what we're on. Replay thing if Squirrel messes up, what do you mean? Does it utilise all my cores? I don't know without alt tabbing out. Considering it's using 24% CPU, I doubt it. I very much doubt this game has been optimised across multiple cores. See, I think when we get away from that dig hole, frames might go back up. It's the wavetable, pick it up and walk around, it solved it for me. Alright, we'll try it when I get back. But right now, I'm nowhere near that dig point and my frames are like 2 FPS. Oh my god, game. It's actually getting worse? Look at this! Wow. Just wow. Oh no, that's interesting. If you go first person, look at that. Oh, hang on, no. That was a load screen. First person, fine. Now it's okay. There seems to be no logic here. So we're okay over here. Okay, I don't know where that's gone. It's not on the back of my truck. It's on the floor somewhere, I think. Meh. It's not rip gold, guys. I've explained before, it doesn't matter about the ingot. Oh my god. Let's see if it starts to lag when I get back to the dig site. That's the real question. Oh, great. Lovely. Let me go to the first person again. Right, so it's basically the area of the map that we're in. Oh my god. This is like, what? What's this on the floor in front of us? What is that? Oh, it's a jerry can. I can't look at it because of the delay. Like, if I look left or look right, I can't actually look at it properly. Come on, pick it up. Oh, this is disgusting. CPU load 22.8. 3.2 gig of RAM. I think there's something in my load game now that's maybe like clipping into the scenery or something weird like that. This is pretty bad, man. How am I supposed to jump in the back and do this? Well, we'll try the wavetable theory. If I can drive back though without dying. Can I just reset myself over to the wavetable? That's why when people have said, can you recommend this game, I've been like, oh, this is just ridiculous. I don't even know where I am. Look at this. Lieutenant Kiss Me, OBS is on a separate machine for me. It has nothing to do with it. OBS is just capturing from a capture card. It's not... OBS is not in the way of that. Oh, God. Does that do anything at all? Apparently not. You tried to play the game windowed mode. Make any difference? God. You think it's hurting your eyes? It's hurting my eyes. I'm going to drive this truck at 2 FPS. I don't know how to fix this. If I could teleport to the wavetable, I could try that. But it's just gone from bad to worse. Startup settings on Steam, type -64-bit. Jorgen, it's not a memory problem though, is it? It's using 3.2 gig of RAM. Okay, we can try it. Where have you got that option from, Jorgen? Set launch options minus 64 bits, like that, yeah? I don't think it's a graphics problem, Year of the Doyle. I think it's something about the save game that's like glitched into the scenery, maybe. I'll put it on low then and see what happens. Oh look, it didn't make any difference. What a surprise. It's got nothing to do with Windows. This is like, if I bet you if I started a new game, I reckon it'd be perfect. Because I think it's something to do with the current setup on the map. You see what I mean? It's got nothing to do with GeForce, it's got nothing to do with Windows 10, nothing to do with Defender. It is purely down to the save game. You had the same issue, Snuggles. Well, I tell you what, I'm not making videos of this thing until it's fixed. You can't have a YouTube series that does this, can you? Okay. Save game. Save on top of that. Doesn't even ask you if you want to. That's amazing. It's loaded from like an hour ago. Oh, look. What a surprise. Buttery smooth here. Right, let's try driving back over. Let's drive over and see what happens. Okay, let's put the graphics back because that is just disgusting. I don't know how you teleport. I don't know if it's a table or the hole that we were digging. That's the thing. Naito, honestly, trust me on this. If I load the latest save, it'll do it again. Whatever happened when I was digging that hole, it basically has set off a problem in the save game. Whatever it was. There you go. Just back to normal. Yeah. Nothing to do with Windows Defender, nothing to do GeForce updates, nothing to do restarting PCs. Nothing to do with anything but the save game. So, if we load back, so that was what, May 10? May 10? If we try 13 again, because I reckon if my theory is correct, it will just lag horribly. There you go. So 2 FPS. Oh god. There's a lag even going to the interface. Let's try 12. It's this hole, I'm telling you. It's that. Actually, while I'm here, let me try the wavetable theory. Holy cow. Wow. Just wow. Well, Snuggles, I think I found a fix for you. It was you suggested that. Somebody said it worked for them. How to unlock your FPS. Simply move the wavetable. Get your FPS back today. That's despicable, that is. Get your Discord. Let's get your water table, unhook the water and power jack it up. Wait, what? Try to get your water table. To get to your water table. Unhook the water and power, pick it up and place it back down. It's the same issue solved for you. Yep. That's the solution, isn't it? Now, the biggest problem I have now is either I lose 25 minutes of work or I somehow get my vehicle over to the water table so I can actually fix the problem. Challenge accepted. Okay. Something wrong with my truck. It has no fuel? What? See, if this thing had like 3/4 of a tank. That's complete nonsense. There's no way that ran out of fuel. Honestly, you go back and look at any save game I've ever had. I had like 3/4 of a tank left. It's probably easier walking anyway. I will never be defeated, Mrs. Geek. We can rebuild this save game. It's easier to spend 5 minutes walking over than it is to lose 25 minutes of digging. I reckon the game did nick my fuel, Daniel. I'm not joking. It's only a small walk. I like how the audio of your footsteps carries on. Has somebody reported that bug on the Steam community? They need to fix that ASAP. Well, that's true, Solar, but why wouldn't the engine start? James, just bear with for 30 seconds, we'll fix the lag. Okay. Here we are. Now I've just got to point my cursor at it with uber delay. Easy does it. Turn, turn. Almost there. And pick up a table of FPS-ness. Okay. That's not fixed it. That's worrying. Oh, wait a sec. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's not perfect, though. Why is it still lagging? Why isn't it all butternut squash like the other one? Why is it still lagged? Maybe it's the water. Well, there's no water now. Go get it. This whole game is just a faff. Basically, we're doing the beta testing for them. That's what's happening. Okay, there you go. There you go, that's better. We have butter. I can live with that. It's still like... I can still see choppiness in places. Oh, this stupid thing. Why don't people make games where you can put things down as you want them? Instead of just doing this stupid dance. You're like, no, I want it at this angle. There you go. Mostly fixed. No, we're not lose the goal. We sold it. We've got 90 grand now. table to me looks like it was made by Fisher-Price. You know what, Pringle, I actually agree with that. I just want to double check if my truck is actually out of fuel now.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Mystically okay again. Because it never was out of fuel. The FPS was lagging. 3x4, thank you for the resume. Nothing surprises me anymore about this game. One thing I'm impressed by, the drive shaft is spinning round. Use the digger. What? How do I use the digger? How do I get to the digger, exactly? By what? Leaving the truck? Wait a minute, I've got diff lock turned on. What's this nonsense? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is not good. This is not, this is not happening. Thing is, I've tried resetting vehicles before, it doesn't actually work. Wait, where are we? Look at that. Pickup truck. Reset. Man. Reset. Yeah, boy! Like a glove. Well, we've got the FPS back. That's all that really matters. Meh. Yay! Oh my god, guys.